Hi, I'm Charles with AniCap. Previously, Bai was accepted as a disciple to become an immortal. In the immortal realm, Bai would discover that his chosen walk is able to double the power of anything he puts in it. However, he loses some lifespan when he does. Fast forward 5 years to when Bai has led his sector to victory in several wars and is now patriarch. After taking the Sky River Court's place in the middle stream, Bai participates in a trial for his sector. He makes it to the second stage but is all alone and is targeted by the other teams. This backfires on the other teams though, as Bai overcomes all odds and takes control of the trial. The story continues just after all the seals have entered Bai's body, and Nian realizes that at this point, they just have to risk everything. A voice then announces that the trial is over and all traps and restrictions will be removed immediately. After the time it takes to burn one incense, the exit passage will be opened. Bai instantly realizes that the situation isn't good for him as he looks at the other teams. Nian points out that they have all been waiting for this moment for a long time. He reiterates that the trial is over, and this means that the rule that forbids killing no longer applies. The teams look at him with malicious intent, and Nian tells Bai to guess what is going to happen now. Outside the secret realm, the elders tell Hongzong that the young patriarch of his sector not only finished first in the trial, he also obtained the inheritance of the higher sector. They wonder why he isn't happy, but they already know that it's because he is worried about whether Bai can return alive now that the prohibition of killing no longer exists. Back inside, Bai is attacked as he points out that the results are already out, so there is no point in fighting. The Dao team leader expresses his frustration though, as he states that if Bai had not disrupted everything by cheating, the Dao River would have easily taken first place. Bai is clearly in grave danger, but he hears a voice coming from his pouch. It's his loyal turtle companion, and it mocks Bai for becoming this terrified from facing only 100 core formation cultivators. The turtle points out that back in his day, he could scare the life out of these pieces of garbage with just one shout. Bai wants him to go ahead and demonstrate that to him by shouting, but the turtle says that he just woke up and is far too lazy to move. Bai is attacked, so he tells the turtle that he knew he was just shamelessly bragging. He wants his help though, so he tells the turtle that if it helps him, then he will personally be his war beast. Furthermore, if Bai earns any new treasures in the future, he will let the turtle play with them first. Bai continues to dodge attacks as he awaits a response from the turtle, and he tells it that if he really has a solution, then do it quickly. This is because once Bai dies, no one will help the turtle search for treasures in the future, and no one will provide for him. Bai is then shocked when the turtle tells him to throw him out. The turtle explains that he will help Bai this one time, and tells him again to throw him. Bai throws the turtle, and everyone is shocked to see that it somehow managed to pierce one of the giants. Bai didn't realize that the ancient turtle had this type of ability, and he watches as it devastates the other teams. The other teams fear that the giant will fall apart, so they try to combine arrays to save it, but the turtle is relentless in its attack. They can see the turtle coming, but quickly realize that there is no getting away from it. The turtle isn't just a powerful fighter, he is a trash talker as well, as he tells them that every spot he hits will leave a mark that not even a celestial can erase. From now on, their bodies will forever bear his mark. The leader of the Pinnacle River team manages to kick the turtle back to Bai, and Bai compliments him on its fighting ability. Bai notices its nose is bleeding, but the turtle tells him that he just used too much energy. The teams aren't finished though, and Nian tells everyone to ignore the little turtle so that they can first kill Bai. They combine their strength and all begin to charge at Bai. The turtle obviously points out that they're coming in huge numbers from all directions. He tells Bai that he can't hit them all, and goes back into the pouch as he has decided to leave the rest to Bai. Bai can't believe the turtle left as he barely helped, and really only managed to heighten their hostility. The attackers get even closer now, and Bai realizes that he shouldn't have believed the turtle's nonsense in the first place. Luckily for him, the exit opens, and he tells Tidan that it's time to go. They are quickly followed though, and Nian tells his men to guard the exit so that they can't get out. The danger is approaching rapidly, so Bai tells Tidan to split up so that they can break through this. Just before they can get out, Bai is intercepted by the Dao team leader. He says that it's laughable that Bai thinks he can still get out alive after stealing the resources of the 3 sectors, but Bai manages to get away from him. Their assault continues however as they threaten to kill him. Bai tries to tell him that he doesn't have any deep grudges against the 3 sectors and asks them to not force him into a dead end. Bai ends up taking some damage and finds out very quickly that the attack concealed some type of corrosive power. Bai can't defend himself because of it as a devastating attack approaches, but Tidon jumps in to take the hit for him. Bai is in shock as Tidon gets so severely injured that he transforms into his smaller self. Bai can't get to his tiny companion as the Dao team leader attacks him. They engage in hand-to-hand combat as he explains that once Bai dies, the sector will fall. His river-defying sector will be annihilated sooner or later. Bai holds his own, but the Pinnacle team leader joins in to fight Bai as well, and tells Bai to just die in peace. Bai tries to get to his Beast King son again, but Chenyun stops him and tells the others to attack together so that they can destroy Bai. The three of them use their powerful sector techniques simultaneously, and think they have defeated Bai. However, Bai isn't even close to being done. The team leaders are shocked to see that Bai can produce such a formidable manifestation with just his physical body, and Bai tells them that they have gone too far. Bai releases a powerful energy that pushes them all back, and Bai instantly rushes to rescue Tidon. However, when Bai looks to the exit, he shockingly sees that every disciple that entered the secret realm has gathered, and has begun chanting. The leader states that Bai is not an ordinary person, and if they let him live today, he will surely become a threat in the future. The chants calling for Bai's blood grow louder and louder as they all combine their power to attack Bai. Bai is now faced with an unbelievably powerful attack, so he tells Tidon to hold on to him tightly, and he promises to take him home. Bai summons one of his most powerful weapons and uses it to try and pierce through the attack. Moments later, we see that he has made it through the attack, and also through the exit. Bai lands in front of the Patriarch, where Hongzong rushes to his side, but Bai fears for Tidon's life. Just then, the other teams emerge from the portal, threatening to tear Bai to pieces. Hongzong steps forward, insulted to see that they would dare challenge Bai in front of him. The elders ask their disciples what happened, but before they can explain, Bai says that the people from the three sectors are so cruel. He tells the Patriarch that they have been working together from the start of the trial to harm him. Chenyun can't believe that Bai is saying that they were the ones that bullied him, when the opposite was true, and he asks Bai how shameless he could be. Hongzong tells Bai that with him around, he should not be afraid to tell the truth about how he was bullied. Bai then dramatically states that he earnestly complied with the rules of the trial and wasn't willing to fight back. Because of this, he had to sustain serious injuries and desperately escape. He even wore out his shoes in the process. Bai states that he would have tolerated it if they had only injured him, but they also murderously attacked a little war beast like Tidon, and all it wanted to do was protect its master. Bai then whispers to Tidon that it's his turn, so Tidon dramatically pretends to die. Bai mourns his death and sadly states that he knows Tidon was reluctant to leave this world. As for the murderers who injured him, Bai vows to make them all suffer a lifelong devastation of their human nature. The team leaders angrily state that Bai was clearly the first to use immoral means, and point out that Bai released a little turtle that randomly hit them all over their bodies. They say that since Bai dared to play dirty, they shouldn't be blamed for being unjust. They state that if it weren't for that thing of his, how can their three sectors be powerless against him, even after joining forces? Bai wonders if the elders heard what they just said, as it proves that they teamed up on him, and the team leaders can't believe Bai tricked them. The Star River Elder has heard enough of their bickering, but Chenyun explains that Bai was cheating and he stole all the steals by himself. However, she silences him and tells Chenyun that he embarrassed their sector. The Pinnacle River Elder is clearly upset though, as he asks the River Defiant sector if they deliberately played on sympathy to cover up the fact that they cheated. The Star River leader says that the River Defiant sector is so contemptible and they do not deserve to coexist with them in the middle stream. However, just then, a powerful voice asks, since when did they get to decide on the positions of the four sectors of the middle stream? This voice belongs to the Sky Domain Emissary, and he arrives to be greeted by everyone. The Emissary explains that the Human Mountain Arts is one of the top 10 secret inheritances of their sector. It was used to put down the secret realm, and it has been sealed there for over 10,000 years. For 10,000 years, no one has ever been able to combine the 100 seals and obtain this secret method. The Emissary then looks to Bai, and Bai respectfully thanks him for his recognition. The emissary tells Bai to recover well from his injuries, and on behalf of the Starry Sky Dao Pinnacle sector, he certifies that only the River Defined sector obtained victory in this trial this time. He tells them that they are all to return to their sectors immediately. Within 1 month, the River Defined sector is to mark down Bai's information onto a jade slip and send it to their sector for record keeping. The emissary leaves, so Hongzong plans to do the same, but they are stopped. Hongzong reminds the others that the trial is over, but the Dao Elder just wishes to congratulate the River Defined sector and the young patriarch on obtaining the higher sector's inheritance. He states that their prospects are very promising. The Pinnacle Elder joins in as he states that the River Defined sector has monopolized all the resources of the middle stream this time, and from now on the River Defined sector will rise to dominance. Hongzong shows how humble they are as he points out that they are all cultivating in the middle stream, and the River Defined sector does not intend to take a dominant role. They were simply lucky to be the sole victor today. Furthermore, they do not intend to monopolize all the resources. The elders are glad to hear all this, and the Dao and Pinnacle elders point out that with the River Defined sector as their neighbor, they all shall benefit from each other and thrive together from now on. The Pinnacle River Elder then reminds his friendly neighbor that they didn't just make some rich gains in the Secret Realm, and what's even better is that they obtained the supreme treasure of the Star River. He proclaims that the River Defined sector will be returning with their pockets full. Hongzong thanks the Elder for the reminder, as he explains that he would have forgotten about the bet he made with the Star River cultivator earlier. The Star River Elder is clearly furious as she tells Hongzong to help himself to his prize as she leaves, and the others leave as well. We then watch as Chen Yun apologizes to the furious Star River Elder for disappointing her. She explains that he has ruined all the plans of the higher sector's young master, and tells Chen Yun that he no longer has a place in the middle stream. Back with Bai, Hongzong tells him that by depending on the resources of the Secret Realm, the River Defined sector finally has a chance to develop and grow from now on. He states that it looks like they have a little bit of a foothold in the middle stream now, and compliments Bai since this is a result of his efforts. Bai isn't humble about his contribution, but forgets all that when Tidan wakes up. The two celebrate as Bai states that their coordination was truly perfect. Hongzong tells Bai that he has really grown up quite a bit and thinks that it's time for him to start thinking about the most important event of his life. Bai doesn't know what he is talking about at first, but quickly realizes it. Bai says it's too sudden and yells that he suddenly has a splitting headache. He runs off while stating that his body can't take the pain anymore and he is headed back to the sector for treatment. Hongzong can only laugh and thinks to himself that it looks like he will have to give Bai a push. Thanks for watching part 47. Part 48 will be out very soon.